RobTop is on a mission. Ever since the release of 2.2, RobTop has been implementing more and more features that aim to compete with Megahack. But wait, aren't hacks bad? Why would RobTop add hacks to the game? Well, that's not really what's going on. We first need to look at Megahack and what it offers to people, and also what exactly RobTop is trying to do with these new changes to compete with it, and if they're enough to replace the need for Megahack for most players. Now, Megahack offers a wide variety of modifications to Geometry Dash, some of which simply make the experience of the game a bit easier or smoother with hacks such as Start Position Switcher, keybinds, and a plethora of very useful editor features. And others which I'd classify as very unethical hacks that are banned at any professional level, such as the well-renowned no-clip, verify hacks, level copy hacks without crediting, among others. Now, some of these can be used in ethical ways, of course, such as no-clip accuracy for practicing, but in most cases, these are the type of hacks that are most likely to be used in negative ways. Now, as mentioned previously, once you're caught using these sort of hacks in any professional setting, such as demon list submissions, level submissions, or other situations, then you're thankfully pretty much always going to be banned. Now, let's look back a bit on the history of Megahack's role in the community. Before the release of 2.2, using Megahack was almost like playing a different game. Okay, not really, but having it gave you so much value, making everything just so much more seamless and adding a bunch of useful features that weren't available in the game previously. This made it a near necessity if you really cared about playing Geometry Dash even somewhat seriously. It remained this way pretty much throughout the whole of 2.1. If you didn't grind hard levels or care about having a faster experience, then you didn't really need Megahack. But if you were a serious demon grinder or wanted to make editing easier and bypass some of the editor's limitations, then you got Megahack. But the tides have now changed in 2.2, with many of the most well-known Megahack features being added to vanilla Geometry Dash. Things like hitboxes in editor and practice mode, all 2.2 custom levels being copyable, objects being infinitely scalable, menu and practice music replacement, infinite objects and levels, start position disabling, being able to change the actual gameplay speed, percentage decimals, the list goes on. It seems that RobTop basically looked at Megahack and took the most useful features everyone wanted, which really makes the experience of vanilla Geometry Dash way better now. So RobTop just destroyed Megahack then, there's no more need for it, right? Well, no, and there's 3 reasons why in my opinion. The first thing is that Megahack still implements these features way more seamlessly. For instance, trying to switch between start positions in vanilla Geometry Dash compared to Megahack is still just not as fast even with the new start position disable feature. There's also the keybind system as a whole, which you can use to activate any features you want instantly. Or just the fact that all these hacks are accessible directly in front of you at the press of a button. Basically, Megahack is still just more efficient to use. Secondly, Megahack isn't limited by itself. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, I'm talking about extensions. It's important to preface that Megahack version 8 doesn't support extensions natively like in 2.1, but does allow you to install it with GeoMod, which is a separate mod loader you can use for free without Megahack as well. But this means that Megahack allows people to add mods, which basically lets you customize your experience with the game even more for the things that not only vanilla Geometry Dash is missing, but Megahack is missing as well. The biggest ones being mods like Better Edit, which completely revolutionizes the seamlessness of the editor, and adds even more useful features for the player. Lastly is the dilemma RobTop faces against unethical hacks. As I mentioned previously, Megahack is always going to fulfill a place for people who want to use cheats to do bad. Whether it's stealing levels without credits, icon hacks, or simply no-clipping levels, RobTop is basically never going to compete with these features because in essence, they're usually just used for bad or defeat the point of playing the game as a whole. Thankfully, these hacks don't really destroy the community entirely, since most of it is well moderated with things like cheat indicator, gameplay regulations, and completions being analyzed, but they still have a negative impact on the game as a whole. Even one of my levels got hack copied back in 2.1, but thankfully, the people they sent the level to caught them by filtering the search using the song the level used, and the person was later banned from submitting levels. But this goes to show that these features are still a big part of Megahack's appeal for some people. Now, what's the move for RobTop and the future updates of the game based off these various factors? In my opinion, Megahack and Geometry Dash mods as a whole are basically going to act as RobTop's box of ideas. Every time Absolute adds a new feature to Megahack, or a cool mod is made for the game, as long as it follows the ethics of RobTop and his vision for the game, it's probably going to be added in a future update. It would be a lot more useful to implement these features in a way that makes them more seamless to use, as mentioned previously, with things like keybinds. However, it may not be possible for every feature, as Geometry Dash doesn't use the same drop-down menu as Megahack. It seems that RobTop is basically going to keep following the strides made in the modding community for the game, whether it's Megahack, Geode mods, or anything else. I think RobTop is going to continue on the hunt to try and find as many features to add to the base game as possible. So where does this leave Megahack? Well, I do actually think that its usage is going to decline. When previously in 2.1, you only had to be kind of serious about Geometry Dash to need Megahack, it's now way less of a necessity. It's still going to be useful for some people who want some of the latest features, or missing features RobTop isn't likely to add for the reasons I mentioned previously, and people who just want a more seamless experience. But vanilla Geometry Dash now has pretty much all the features the average and even more serious players need. We've also seen RobTop discussing adding even more features that Megahack has, so he's definitely not stopping here. So in a way, RobTop hasn't quite replaced Megahack, but he's given most players less of a need to use it by giving the community the features we've wanted without us having to pay $5 for them. What are your guys' thoughts on this below? I'll see you all later. I love you all.